In relation to the REM report, the CEO received more than $20 million, the top 9 execs more than $100 million. Even as the regulators, it's 4 regulators, across countries. There's still a $500 million APRA capital overlay. Macquarie portrays themselves as, perhaps not, you don't put it forward to Millionaires Factory, but people know that. Come to Macquarie, you will be rewarded. There's risk and reward. What I think you would understand that we, the public, the community and the shareholders expect is that if you do particularly well, if you work hard and you find your niches, and you do well for the company and the shareholders, you get rewarded. We understand that. But here we find a time, these are no small matters. So when these issues come up, and they're not just current, these are dating back up to a dozen years, we're finding that the REM consequences are paltry. So my question is can you understand how the public can't reconcile that and why it's in the media and why what you're saying to us is not washing?
Well, let me just take up one point you made there. There have been a sequence of things over a number of years. That's true. There were consequences for those things when they happen. The board every year goes through a process of determining whether there should be remuneration hits on particular people for, yes, the APRA matter. By the way, we're still withholding some profit share from 2021 pending further satisfactory resolution of that matter. So there continues to be some remuneration withheld from some executives for that purpose, people who were on the Exco at the time. On the SEC thing, on the unauthorised trading thing, there were consequences for people at that time, quite material ones. A number of people are no longer working for the company. That was their consequence. There's been quite a few of those people, and material amounts of money for senior people, including the CEO, in that case and on the SEC matter. So there have been consequences. People can differ about whether the consequences were enough. Yeah, I can see that. And I'm receiving that feedback, and I will carefully listen to that, and we all will consider it. But there have been consequences and steps taken, and most importantly, remediation work put in place over those matters. It's not as though we did nothing on all these things and now then suddenly they've all come at once. That's not what's happened.
Yeah, we're not saying, me, the shareholders here and the community are not saying that. But we accept that consequences occurred. We're saying they're not meaningful. They're not when it's 20 million plus paid to Shemara after these things have happened. That's not correct. The exemplar here would be, look back at the Commonwealth Bank, when the Commonwealth Bank had their imbroglio and their regulatory failings. Catherine Livingstone, the chairman, said all short-term bonuses for all the high-level execs go back to 0, and the board, every director loses 20%. That's what should be happening. That's an exemplar. Here, it really seems like you're glossing over, papering over some of these things, acknowledging them, but not doing it squarely. You're saying we face into it squarely. These are current things that we're doing, but these have been going on for a long time.
All right, thank you.